JCPS transportation plans will follow safety expectations as outlined in the state guidance on safety expectations and best practices for Kentucky schools regarding screening, loading, and unloading buses and sanitation. Each morning, bus drivers should have their temperature taken when they arrive at the bus compound and complete their daily health screening each morning before interacting with staff or other students. Students in K through 12 will not have a health screening at the bus stop. Rather, parents will attest that the student does not have a fever when getting on the school bus. As students load from back to front of the bus, seat passengers from the same household together, stagger seating if the bus is not at full capacity, assign seating for all passengers, leave the first seat empty behind the driver. Wearing a mask while riding the bus is a safety expectation unless medically waived. Offload should occur from front to back of the bus. Students with medical concerns, allergies, or asthma should be assigned seating at the front of the bus with the windows up. Students will be taught how to load the bus and should keep their hands to themselves unless they need to touch the backs of the seat for balance. Students may need reminding not to stand together in one spot before getting on the bus or while getting off of the bus. They should stay in their seats until their time to exit the bus, and they should get off the bus from front to back. Staff riding the bus should wear personal protective equipment at all times while on duty. Cloth masks must be worn at all times by staff and students on the bus. There are exceptions for students and staff with medical waivers. Drivers should have disposable masks available on the bus in case students need a mask. If a child shows signs of being sick as they are boarding the bus and the parent or guardian is at the bus stop, send the child home to assure the health and safety of others on the bus. If the parent or guardian is not available, the child will have to be transported for pickup at the school site. Students who need to be isolated should be seated in the front seat closest to the door. Assure the student has a mask on covering the mouth and nose unless there is a medical waiver known for the student.
Sanitation. The surfaces of buses that are high contact, such as handrails, seats, and windows, must be disinfected after each bus route and as often as possible. All buses should provide at least 60% alcohol-based hand sanitizer located at the front of the bus for students to use as they board the bus. The use and storage of these chemicals should always be under the supervision of the bus driver and/or bus monitor. Hand sanitizer and disinfectants must not be left in the bus due to temperature risk. Open windows and doors, weather permitting, to ventilate buses after the bus route has been completed. Allow for additional time between routes for disinfection, sanitation practices. There will be 3 occasions for cleaning disinfecting buses in JCPS: at the depot, between runs, and at the end of the day. It is important to ensure proper personal protective equipment is used and to make sure disinfectant and chemicals are not sprayed around students and out of their reach. After students exit the bus, drivers should start at one end of the bus and spray high contact surfaces such as tops, sides, and backs of seats, windows if they've been raised, and handrails. This should be done with an EPA approved and board approved disinfectant. At the end of the day and between runs, drivers can simply let the spray dry. No wiping required. At the bus depot stops, drivers should allow 3 minutes for the disinfectant to work, then wipe away any excess that hasn't dried before allowing students back on the bus. If you have any further questions, please contact JCPS Health Services at 485-3387.